Good afternoon, and thanks for tuning in. I'm Sophia Ferguson, and this is Club Central, the show that introduces you to the amazing student clubs here at Central Washington University. On today's show, the group in charge of it all, clubs and organizations, will be joining us, as well as Klub FM, Mariachi Club, and Happiness Club. But we're going to start things off with Drew from Winter Sports Club. Hi, Drew.
Hey.
How's it going?
Going good.
It's snowing outside.
It is.
Which has to be good for Winter Sports Club.
Very nice.
Yeah. So what, for people who don't really know, because it sounds more like the Olympics, what is Winter Sports Club?
Winter Sports Club is an opportunity for you to get together with other guys or gals that snowboard, ski, or any kind of snow sport, really. Every other week we go to Mission Ridge, and The best way to get connected is to go to Facebook, follow, and go to the OPR and just get signed up and get connected. It's the best way.
Awesome. So you guys go to Mission Ridge. Do you guys go any other places as well?
Snoqualmie, Stevens, anywhere you want. You can post like, hey, I'm going to Crystal, and maybe someone else is in that area. You can get connected with them and just hang out with people from campus that also do winter sports.
Very cool. And I understand that if you're part of Winter Sports Club, you can get some deals on lift tickets.
Yes, once you're part of the club, then you can go to the OPR and you get a great deal on lift tickets.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
So what do you think is your favorite place that you've been to ski or board?
I think Mission Ridge so far. That's the greatest place, but Snoqualmie's fun because they've got a nice park. So yeah, I like Snoqualmie.
Mission is really fun. I grew up skiing at White Pass, so
That's
I'm kind of
awesome.
partial there, but I've been skiing at Snoqualmie this season, and I do love Mission Ridge as well, so that's been really cool. So if I want to get involved, how do I get involved in Winter Sports Club?
First, follow the Facebook that we've got set up. Then go to OPR, fill all that stuff out, and just check the Facebook. We're always posting like, we're going to Mission Ridge tonight, or hey, can I carpool with someone? Just stuff like that. You just post whatever.
That's really cool. Awesome. So if you're interested in Winter Sports Club, definitely get out, check out their Facebook page for more information. And Drew brought with him a really cool video highlighting some awesome things that Winter Sports Club gets to do. So we're going to take a look at that, and we'll be right back.
When I was 6, I had one thing on my mind. When I was 6, my days were spent playing basketball every chance I could. When I was 6, my dream was to make it to the NBA. When I was 6, my mom had a stroke.
I'm Paul George, and I want you to learn the signs of a stroke fast. F-A-S-T.
F, face drooping. A, arm weakness. S, speech difficulty. T, time to call 911. Because the sooner they get to the hospital, the sooner they'll get treatment. And that can make a remarkable difference in their recovery.
Protect the ones you love.
Spot a stroke. F-A-S-T. Fast.
Welcome back to Club Central. I'm Sophia Ferguson, and joining me right now are Alex Horning and Stan Southern from Clubs and Organizations. Hi, guys.
Hi.
How's it going?
It's going really, really well. We're happy to be here.
Good. I'm glad that you guys could come join us today. So I think a lot of people know a little bit, about clubs and that they're here on campus, but something they might not know about much is what we call clubs and orgs. So can you talk a little bit more about what your jobs here are to help with student clubs?
Well, first off, I'm the Vice President for Clubs and Organizations here. I am associated with the Associated Students of Central Washington University. That is our student government here. I'm one of the 6 VPs as part of the 7 members, part of the BOD, we call it Board of Directors. Basically, at the core of what I believe clubs and organizations is, it's just fun. Like, it's making sure that you connect with people that have similar interests, whether that's, you know, going up and doing stuff with Mission Ridge, going and being part of an academic group, having something like, for instance, we have Cosplay Club. They just got back from SakuraCon over in Seattle. It's just finding people that you share a similar interest with and getting connected with other people. That way you enjoy your time at Central a lot more.
Yeah, so then clubs and orgs, you guys help facilitate that.
Yeah, so my particular job is, like Alex was saying, it's pretty much more of we want clubs to be active and engaged on campus. And so that's where my job comes in play. And I am the club events coordinator. So I put on the events, whether it be club fair, whether it be what's currently going on, which is RV There Yet, which is kind of, it's the predecessor or the continual of Touch a Truck.
Yeah.
And then we try to have at least one engagement event, which we include as many clubs as possible. And the big mission that we have is we want the clubs to get active, and we want clubs to be engaged, not with just each other and students, but also in the community as well.
Very cool. Okay, so you were elected to this
Yes.
position, and then for you, this is kind of like straight up job. You got the job.
Straight up job. He kind of had to twist my hand a little bit, but you know, it's led a lot into what I plan on doing in the future, and it's been a good learning experience, and I think we make a great team.
Cool.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
So let's say somebody wanted to start a club. What's the first step? Where do I go?
Oh, absolutely. First up, we highly recommend people come talk to us so that we can kind of help them navigate the process. It's not as difficult as people make it sound like it is, but it definitely does help to have somebody on the inside kind of explaining why we need what we need and kind of how to go about it. But the first and foremost is we need kind of some online registration stuff. So like each club is required to have 5 officers as well as an advisor. So finding a faculty advisor so that they can kind of support the club through some of their events and their meetings, stuff like that. Then besides that, the 5 required positions would be a president, vice president, senator, secretary, and treasurer.
Okay.
So you need at least 5 people to start the club, and you need to turn in their contact information. That way, if there is a student that is interested in joining your club, they know how to get in contact with you. Because it's really hard to kind of go around campus and being like, you know, I'm interested in film studies, but they don't really know where the club meets. So having that contact information is the easiest way for us to point students in the right direction.
Very cool.
Other than that, we also have people, they have to come to our public meetings, and they have to do an official recognition process through our ASUDU public meeting, and part of that is to make sure that there are actually people attached to the club and that they're actually interested in. Because you can just turn in all the online stuff, but unless we know that there are actually people that are interested in participating, we can't really support the club.
So for groups of students who are getting together, they've got similar things that they're really interested in, and they think about, you know, that what's the benefit of being an organized club then, rather than just a group of people getting together?
Well, for one, we fund organized clubs.
Awesome.
So we have what's called Club Senate that meets bi-weekly throughout the entire year, and during the part of that meeting is that they're allowed to request money. Normally, in a normal year, they actually get to request up to $2,000 for the year for different events, for registration fees, travel costs, anything along those lines. This year, we're in a very, very unique position where we actually have a surplus. And so what we've done is we've gone in and we've adjusted our constitution and bylaws to allow each club to actually request up to $3,000 this year.
Very cool. Well, thank you guys both for joining me today. Up next, club close to my own heart, Klub FM is joining me here in studio. Stick around.
Adventure can be found anywhere, but the best place to start is in the forest.
I spy something beginning with S.
Snow?
No.
Snow-covered trees?
Nothing to do with snow.
Head outside to discover incredible animals and beautiful plants that come together to create an unforgettable adventure.
Wow.
So grab your loved ones.
Don't even.
And explore a world of possibilities.
Come on, this way.
Visit discovertheforest.org to find the closest forest or park to you.
I've got a job to do today.
I've got a job to do today.
Have a good first day at work, Mom.
Your donations to Goodwill fund job training programs right in your community.
Feels good to start fresh, right?
Sure does.
And like that, you're a job creator.
One of CWU's newest clubs is one that I happen to be a part of. Welcome back to Club Central. I'm Sophia Ferguson, and I'm the president of Klub FM, and that's club with a K. Joining me is our club senator, Jeff Crum.
Hey, how you doing today?
Good, how are you? It's kind of funny to be up here. I've been interviewing all these other clubs about, their club and what's going on, and both of us are in this one. So I think we just take the opportunity to let people know a bit more about Klub FM. So I think one question a lot of people have is how close is it related to 88.1 The Berg, the school radio station?
It's pretty close. So it's a very strong partnership. It's really just about getting students interested in radio. And if that means sitting in on shows with 88.1 The Berg, with news shows, talk shows, and sports shows, we're going to take every opportunity to get them on there, and hopefully with our second station, our internet station, we're going to get them some shows going. So it's just bringing awareness.
Because 88.1 The Berg is open to all students. You don't need to be a comm student. You don't need to have any sort of radio background. But I think sometimes it can be really intimidating for students. And so I think Klub FM is a great way for students who are really interested in radio, but maybe don't want to jump right into 88.1 The Berg, or maybe they don't have time to still get to meet up and do everything involved in radio. So I think a lot of people, when they think radio, they think just on air. But at Klub FM, we have a lot more than just people who are doing on-air work.
Yeah, so we're going to be doing a lot of producing stuff. So I'm one of the producers at KCWU, so we'll learn how to build a script, getting interviews, getting sound bites, and even going into the production room and learning how to do PSAs, promos, do all that imaging stuff. So it's really helping, especially young students, freshmen, sophomores, because when you go on the radio, that's pretty, it's intense. I remember my first time, I kind of froze for 20 seconds. Like, okay, I'll start talking now. But it really just helps to crack the surface, because it's really hard, especially with something that not a lot of high schools have, to get that recognition and get kind of break the surface.
But then even like people who are more interested in blogging, or people who are more interested in podcasting, or fundraising for a station, or doing event planning for a station. So the goal of Klub FM was to allow people who are interested in not just the on-air side, but all sides, to kind of get the chance to be a part of it. So it's been really fun.
Yeah, it's been a quick month for us. We just got back from New York. Klub FM with KCWU and WSRN, our sports network, went over to IBS. It's a conference/award ceremony, and we just took back 3 awards. We were nominated for 9, so it's gonna be fun. It was a fun trip to the NYC, the Big Apple.
Yeah, well, thank you, Jeff. So now we're gonna take a bit of a closer look at Klub FM and 88.1 The Berg.
Today we're gonna give you a tour of 88.1 The Berg, KCWU. Right over here is where all our playlists happen, so a lot of DJs will stay up here and upload music, listen to songs for their shows. This is our Berg 2 station. It's our smallest station here at KCWU. This is where we do a lot of our sports, a lot of our news, a lot of our talk. So you come right in here, we'll check out the studio. Like I said earlier, this is our smaller station. So this is actually our second signal that goes over the internet. A lot of Klub FM, when you're starting out with your news shows, you'll be in here doing podcasts, training, all that stuff. So it's a lot of fun to be in here. This is the crown jewel. This is our main station. So we have multiple shows throughout the day in Klub FM. A lot of the newer talents will be observing a lot of what the KCW staff and volunteers do. I do a news program here every morning at 7 a.m. Check us out. It's a lot of fun. I've done sports shows in here, and I do my weekly talk show on Sunday. So when you come in and join Klub FM, which is actually open to everyone, you don't have to be a comm major, you don't have to be a KCW staff. Literally anyone can come and join the club. This is where you will be trained. So right here you can be training, learning your ins and outs, learning your quicks. And doing some imaging in here. A lot of people use it, and you even use it for interviews. And back here is the back office. This is where all the Klub FM meetings will happen. Check us out on our Facebook page for our club time. And this is all of us prep for our shows. So I'm here every morning at 5:30, getting ready for our news program at 7. So it's a lot of fun. That's mostly it.
some news for you. There's free food right there, junk food. Do you see that truck?
Oh, jeez.
It's a 2 Michelin star chef. All for free, ladies and gentlemen. All for free.
Here we have a panzanella with summer vegetables and pesto. Enjoy. How we doing?
Fantastic. So what do you got going on underneath that plate there?
This food is really about to be thrown away.
Yeah.
Bro? Is there something wrong with this food? Where did you get it from?
From farmers markets. They put aside the ugly vegetables and the ugly fruits.
Carrot top, soft avocados. It was all food that was going to be discarded.
Even the drink you had is made from like a little bruised peach. Did it taste a little bruised?
Great. That was good.
The average person throws away 24 pounds of food a month.
That's a lot.
Isn't that a lot? Go visit savethefood.com for more information. Thank you. Junk food time!
My next guests are here to share some amazing music and culture with us. Joining me now are Oscar Lincoln Estubio and Yahaira Ramirez from Mariachi Club. Hi guys, thank you so much for joining me today.
Hey.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, thank you for having us.
Yeah, not a problem. So I think first question going off is, what is Mariachi Club?
You want to go ahead?
Yeah, of course. So Mariachi Club is an on-led club here on campus. We are a club in which we wanted to see more diversity within the university. So then we wanted we are former students. We used to play mariachi in high school.
Okay.
And so coming here and not seeing that like on campus, we were like, hey, we got to do something about it. Let's start a mariachi club. Let's get students involved. And so this is how it started. So we've been active for about 2 years now. We started in spring of
2014.
2014,
Very cool.
and
Okay.
ever since then we've been a club.
Just to add a little bit to that too, Yahaira and I were actually recipients of a scholarship for the Mariachi Northwest, and so that's how we got to Central. And like she mentioned, once we got here, we didn't really see a club, and we had been in Mariachi for a couple years since it was offered in our high school. And once we got here, we were just like, hey, let's start something up, and we got together with a couple other people, and we were able to get this started.
Very cool. So in a mariachi club, in a mariachi band, how many different instruments do you guys have?
So we have 5 different instruments. We have a violin, we have a guitar, we have a trumpet, we have a guitarrón, and we have a vihuela.
Okay. So we're going to get the chance to see
a guitarrón, so you're going to get a chance to see a bass.
Yeah,
and that's one of the unique instruments of the mariachi. So
very cool. Well, I'm very excited to see it. So we're going to be right back with more from Mariachi Club here on Club Central.
Okay, let's get the cameras moving to position 2.
They said I couldn't dream. Called me a piece of trash and swore that's all I'd ever be. Said a bottle couldn't see the ocean. Give up. Go back to the dumpster. But I didn't listen. I made my way. And now, I am what I've always wanted to be.
We're back with Mariachi Club, and we're going to learn a little bit more about the instruments and music. So what am I holding?
All right, this right here is called the guitarrón, or it's the base of our mariachi. So this is the heart of our mariachi. So the way it's played, it's a little bit different. It's not strummed. It's actually the strings are plucked.
Okay.
And it has a big belly, as you can tell here in the back.
Oh yeah.
And it actually gives it a much bolder sound. There is another instrument called the vihuela, which is much smaller, and it's basically a guitar but with 5 strings.
Okay.
And it has the same belly, but it's just smaller. Unfortunately, we don't have it here with us today, but
that's all right.
yeah. So
this is really awesome.
yeah, if you want to go ahead and try to.
Oh my gosh.
You can even pluck it, you know, you can pluck some of these strings. So the way you play it is like you pull the strings rather than strumming.
Rather than strumming.
Yeah, and it's, you pull 2 strings at a time. So instead of 1 string, you play
2 at a time.
Yeah, and then you know, you basically have to, same as a guitar, you have to put, you know, press buttons or press down on the frets and strings, stuff like that.
Okay, very
so,
cool.
Yeah, it's
awesome.
really awesome.
Well, now that you've shown me a little bit more about it, can maybe one of you show me a little bit more of how it's played?
I know a little bit, not too much.
That's okay,
but
more than I know.
Yeah, so the way you would play is you would just kind of strum, and it's just really slow. And because the guitars are actually playing after this, so it's just like the beat and then it's the strum.
If we were in a jazz band, this would be our standing bass.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
So we just a really quick announcement. We are looking for any bass players. So if anyone out there is looking to learn a new instrument, learn something different, we are looking for bass players. So this is a great opportunity for anyone to come and join. And we do have books so that they can learn.
Very cool. Well, thank you so much, Mariachi Club. We're going to be right back to Club Central with Happiness Club.
Listen to me. I am captain of the track team. And if I'm late,
she doesn't really think she's going to get out of here, does she?
Be nice. She's new.
Hello, is anyone there? Ugh!
Wow. Even from our standards, you look awful.
Oh, sweetie, what happened?
Me? My friend Becky got to talk to this super cute boy, and I tried to act like I wasn't jealous, but I so totally was. And then out of nowhere, this concrete barrier just popped up. Maybe it was a semi.
You mean you were driving?
Yeah. I mean, I know the whole eyes on the road thing, but this was a super important text. Maybe you have to know, Becky.
Texting? Great.
But it was only like 5 seconds, and I'm a really, really fast texter, so it wasn't even a big deal. Actually, has she texted me back yet? Wow, I get like no bars in this place. I wonder if they have Wi-Fi here.
I am too. Hey, we are back and we are decorating cookies with Jackson from Happiness Club and Drew again from Winter Sports Club.
I like the goggles.
Got the goggles
I like
on.
it.
So you brought cookies, so it's always good for coming with food. That's a plus on your
any
side.
foods makes people happy, and we actually realized that with our last club meeting, we were trying a rebranding event, kind of, and brought pizza for the whole club, brought some sweets and stuff.
That's
like
awesome.
That,
so I think Happiness Club sounds a little like, I don't know, people happy. Are you just happy? So like, if I go to Happiness Club meeting, what's entails?
Okay, yeah, that's a common question because it is kind of a hard concept to tackle. But what we're hoping to get out of this is community involvement, and we're hoping to spread happiness, kind of one smile, laughter, and random act of kindness at a time.
That's really cool.
I think the biggest thing is sometimes we'll have a meeting, and afterward we'll just be hanging out and kind of like I said, we had that branding event and had all this leftover sweets and stuff, and we ended up giving it out to a bunch of people, and everyone really enjoyed it. I'm gonna make mine a sandwich.
That's an amazing idea. So, random happy question to both Drew and Jackson. Puppies or kittens?
Puppies.
Oh, just straight up like that? I think puppies, because they always say like a cat's more of like a boss, and I feel like with a dog.
I'm a kitten person.
You let them boss you around, kind of thing?
I tried to make a smiley face. I don't know how well it turned out, but I tried.
That's good.
Thanks.
I made a sandwich.
So if people want to find Happiness Club, where do they find you?
Drew's just like going through it.
No, he's already got 3. Where can they find Happiness Club?
Cirque 135 at 6 p.m. on Tuesdays.
Very awesome. So thank you again for joining me today. And thank you to all the clubs as well as clubs and organizations for joining me today. Check out all the student clubs and organizations here on campus. Remember, if there's not one you're interested in, you can start your own. So for myself and the crew here at Club Central, thanks for joining us and have a great night.